Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Royal Psychic Live TV. So welcome everybody. How's everybody going in these lockdowns all around Sydney? All the all states now. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Okay, so we're tuning in from here from Sydney, Australia. I have two beautiful psychics in the studio this evening. As you know, we'll be here for the next 2 hours or so doing live readings. So tonight we're doing intuitive readings as well as oracle readings. Now, first up in the studio this evening, we have beautiful Mary. Now, Mary hasn't been, I don't think I've had Mary on our live streams before. Now, Mary works for me at numerous events around Sydney. Actually, while I'm talking about events, just before we bring Mary up, a lot of you may have noticed today I've actually gone in and had to cancel a few of our upcoming events. Now, that's only due to the COVID outbreaks. So, as you know, a lot of states we can't get into, and the same as the clubs and things around Sydney, they're all closed. I don't think they'll be holding any large gatherings of that sort till the end of the year. So we've had to go in and cancel all those. So the main way to connect with us all is here on Royal Psychic Live TV. As you know, I'll be having two beautiful psychics every Tuesday and Thursday, as usual, to give you your intuitive free readings through these lockdowns. Okay, so I am going to go and bring Mary, because I've seen that Mary has logged in. I can see that you're all starting to share and comment as well. Please don't forget to click on that Yard Stream link so we can see all your beautiful comments and your pictures coming up into the studio. And don't forget to tag a friend, create a watch party, even sit around and have a chat. That'll be fantastic. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring Mary up into the studio, so make her feel nice and welcome. Okay, hello, beautiful.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on tonight. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, just before we start, I would like you just to tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, how you're going to be connecting this evening, what type of readings you'll be doing, and where they can find you, other than on the Royal Psychic Live TV on the Royal Psychic website. But I'm pretty sure you have your own platforms where they can find you also.
I do currently. I'm just on Facebook under the Lotus Roar. I found that name came to me a few years ago, and it's just about what I believe a spiritual journey is as humans, to grow and be true to ourselves and just deal with all the things that life throws at us and become the best person that we can be. So the Lotus Roar is my page, and I'm happy to connect with anybody that joins. And I've been doing readings for good part of 30 years. And tonight I just thought I'd pick a card and just do some intuitive readings for people coming through. And I've got some absolutely gorgeous Alice in Wonderland oracle cards, which are very unusual, but I
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, they are very, very stunning. So I'll just flip a card for you. Absolutely beautiful artwork, but I find I've really connected with them, and I get some fabulous intuitive readings with them.
Awesome. Fantastic. Now, a lot of you know my name is Host TraShell. Now, I will be the host this evening. As you know, we are doing free intuitive readings this evening. Mary is our reading up for doing the readings of the first hour of the show. Then after that, I will have Elizabeth Bratcher joining us to do some more live readings a little bit later on. To be considered for a reading tonight, please like and share our program or tag a friend. That'd be fantastic. I'm going to go over now, Mary, and we're going to start with bringing up our first question, which a few people jumped on earlier straight off the bat from YouTube. So that was fantastic. So thank you straight away for tuning. They put their questions up nice and early. So we'll start off with one of our YouTube followers. Okay, thanks for subscribing. And there's your question there. Can you read that, Mary?
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. Let me grab a couple of cards for you. Unfortunately, the problem with life is we can't force others to change. So she's going to need to find her own direction as well. I've got the Three of Wands that's come out for her. So I think a change of environment and looking at new opportunities might actually encourage her to get the changes that you need from her. So hopefully she'll find that soon.
Okay, wow. There's so many things going on here. And I'm trying to share a thing and it's all happening. Okay, we've got another one. Here we go. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Let me start writing these names down.
Oh, goodness. How exciting to get a 3-story home. Let me just pull a card for you.
Virgo.
I've got the Seven of Pentacles come out for you. I think you just need to be mindful that everything in related to this house is within your budget, and if it's everything that you actually want, you may have your heart set on it, but circumstances might not work out for you. So you might need to set your sights somewhere else. But I think that will be happening hopefully by the end of the year. It'll all be sorted and you'll be comfortable in the place that you're meant to be in.
Beautiful. Next we have, oh, I just flew up the page as normal. It's like, oh, it's crazy. Don't forget to click on that yard stream link, guys. That'll be fantastic. Okay, here we go. Welcome.
Oh, section towards me is okay. I'm sorry, I just had to get my head around that question. Let's just see what I can get for you. I think some changes need to happen, and I think you need to teach people how to treat you. And once you start having an idea of how you want to be treated, the right people come into your life and give you the things that you're chasing. I hope that helped.
No, beautiful. Oh, please like and share. I'm having problems trying to share. Okay, Tara. Hi, welcome, Tara. Now, Tara, we're not doing mediumship readings on the first half of the program, but we're quite happy to pull you a couple of cards.
Yes, love to pull a couple of cards for you, Tara. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm getting is there's some changes and challenges coming up for you. I see you overcoming them, but looks like you're in for a bit of a trial. Make sure that you hold yourself up, be full of self-esteem, and don't let people walk all over you, but you'll succeed.
Beautiful. Next we have, you also have to read their names out. They're too small for me.
Sorry, yeah. So I believe is that Randy or Renee?
Yeah, I think it might be Renee.
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 Apologies, haven't been reading out Renee. For the next few months, please. Let me just see what I can come up for you. Okay, so I see that you're looking at changing direction in a few different areas. So take some time out to contemplate, to find what you really like to do. I think you've got people around you that are filling your head with a lot of like they're just giving you what they would like to see you doing rather than you doing what would actually make you happy. Stand your ground, and I think you know deep down what direction you want to take. You just don't want to challenge the people around you. So it will work out really, really well. Be brave and take the step and do what you really want to do.
Okay, next we have, I think it's Yolanda.
Yes, Yolanda. What general reading? Thank you. Let's see what I can pull for you. Sometimes it's very hard to let go of the things that we think mean a lot to us. Once we let go of people, places, and things, it actually frees us up for the next big adventure. And I think that's what I have for you, that it's time for you just to let go of the things that are holding you back and step forward into the life that you'd like. Don't let current circumstances slow you down, and you have the strength and the desire to achieve what you want. It's just the letting go bit that's hard, so work through that.
Okay, beautiful. Next we have,
Kai.
yes, Kai.
Okay.
Welcome.
Is that a love reading? Let's see what I can do for a love reading.
Yes, love reading.
I have a successful and happy union coming up for you. You just need to focus and put in the effort, to have a successful relationship. It's 100% on both ends of the partners. So, the goal that you want to have the partner of your dreams is there for you. I think there just might need to be a few changes going on. Pick your standards and hold true to your integrity. I hope that helps, Kai.
Beautiful. Next we have, I'd like to hear from my brother-in-law. We're not doing mediumship the first half. Sorry, guys. Anyone that's put up a mediumship question, just pop a question up. We're quite willing to answer that, but we're not doing mediumship the first half of the program. Next we have,
Karina, she'd love to have a general reading, please. So let's see what I can do tonight.
welcome.
Miss Karina, it is time for you to find your path. There is lots of opportunities for love and finding things that fulfill you. You need to stand your ground, and you need to not feel overwhelmed by all the noise going on around you in your life. It's distracting you from actually forcing yourself to get up and get out there and do the things that you really want to do. Right now, things will come to you when you take action. So time for you to get moving and actually, take the initiative. That would be the best way to put it. So good luck with your future dreams.
Beautiful. Next we have Barbara. Welcome.
Barbara has, when will my major money start coming in? Are there any blocks I can release? Oh. I wish you well with your major money. Let's see what the cards come up for you. So for money, I think what you really need to do is celebrate and act like you already have the money. Sometimes our wanting interferes with us actually allowing things to come into our lives. So the old adage of fake it till you make it is really important. So, keep on believing that it's there. What do you think, Angel?
No, beautiful. You're doing well.
Thank you.
Okay, because they all know these are the sample snippet readings. So, through these hard lockdowns, we like to get on and share, and they know they're all welcome to come back in and book for a private session if they'd like one.
Please, yes. Usually in the evenings or weekends, I'm available at any time. And if anybody has reached out before, I have lost my phone and a lot of my history is gone. So please reach out again, and I'm happy to catch up with those people. And, I do readings via Zoom or WhatsApp, through the phone, so video feed. So, all different modalities.
Awesome. Okay, next we have, is it Sonia?
Sanya.
Sonia.
Sanya? Okay, let's see what I have. Sanya, I feel like you're coming into a period of lots of blessings, and that you've got a lot of things that are coming to fruition in good ways for you. So, keep sending out all the good energy, because it's definitely just coming back to you. You should have a nice, end of the year coming up for you, and just, be happy that you've done all the right things to earn your good fortune.
Beautiful. Next we have Natalie from Adelaide. Welcome.
Hi, Natalie. Evening, beautiful ladies from Adelaide. My daughter wants to leave for Adelaide, so I hope it's nice out there.
Oh, I'm planning to get to Adelaide. I'm hoping they go ahead with the Royal Show.
Yes.
And you'll have the Royal Psychics at Adelaide.
That would be exciting. Okay.
I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed. Hang on to your strength and integrity. Don't just pick anybody. I think you might need to look outside of your current circle to find the love that you're looking for. And also you need to be really aware of how you're presenting to other people. And sometimes men get intimidated by really strong, confident and successful women. So just, make sure that there's that approachability for you. But I think you will do well. Maybe look and try to do something different. Just open up that market a bit. But I do see love coming for you. And
Beautiful.
love has many formats.
Okay. Oh, wow. She was tuning in from
Botswana. Oh, is that
Wow.
Malaya? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
And Megan saying hi from Gippsland, Victoria. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Megan.
Everyone's saying hello. Okay, next we have
Miss Angela from Alpine, New South Wales. Work for this year, please. Sure. I feel like you're currently going through some challenging times. You might need to study and see. I think you're pigeonholing yourself. I think your skills are transferable, and you might just need to travel a little bit out of your area to get the work that you need. But stop thinking that the skills that you've got are only set for one type of industry. I think you'll be very popular, and don't stand in your own way to get the success and the role that you want. It is a bit challenging, but you should be fine by the end of the year. Good luck, Miss Angela.
Beautiful. Next we have, as much do we have read? Next we have Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca, and welcome.
Oh, is the COVID vac safe?
Huh?
Oh,
look,
me.
sweetheart, on the live feeds, I'm not I'm not asking my psychics to answer any COVID related questions. As much as would love to, if I start answering or start raving on about the COVID-19 or getting into a debate on our live, they'll actually can our live or have it removed from the feed, as it has done to me previously in the past when I have answered a COVID-related question on our live. So, Rebecca, if you'd like to put up another question about another topic, we're quite happy to answer that for you, sweetheart. Okay, so oh, you're welcome. We just don't do it because I get pulled off air, and I've been banned, and yeah, we're not going there tonight.
No, please.
Next we have
Malia. I would like to
welcome.
get a love reading. Welcome, Galea. Let's see if we can get a love reading for you. Galea, I think you have love around you. I think you're not looking for what's available to you. So, make sure that the love that you want is the love that you give out to others. I do see love coming for you, but maybe not quite yet, but don't despair, it will happen. Good luck, Galea.
Awesome. Next we have everyone's saying hello, welcome. A lot of people are tagging their friends. That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay, let's do Anne. Hi, Anne.
Hi, Anne. Regarding my job, please. Let's see if I can pull a card for you. I think there's a person that might be above you that's causing you a bit of stress with work. This is a situation where I think make sure you get all the facts and you have a complete understanding of what's going on before you act. I think there's a lot of fear and a lot of intimidation, but yet the truth will come out. I think you'll be okay. I do understand it is stressful for you, but right now I think you need to sit and wait and make sure you keep records of everything. You'll be okay at the end of this. Hope
Okay,
that's all.
beautiful. Next, we have another YouTube follower. Thanks for subscribing.
Yes, it's me. Is that Iona?
Yes.
If drawn, oh, let's see what I can do for you. Sometimes we find things when we're looking in the opposite direction. So sometimes when we're chasing what we want so hard, we actually have a tendency to push it away. And when we're not looking for it, it tends to find us. So my suggestion for you would be to fill your life with the things that you really enjoy doing, things that make you happy. And what will happen is when you're focusing elsewhere and not focusing on love, you'll find that it'll come to you. So take your time, take a deep breath. Don't try too hard and just make yourself happy in the meantime, and it will find you unexpectedly. So good luck with that, Iona. Stick to your arts and crafts for them.
Awesome. Megan.
Hi, Megan from Gippsland.
Gippsland. I normally get on Shack Radio there in Gippsland.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, with Jamie and the guys. I love it when I get on the radio there. We're actually going to hook back up together so I can start doing live readings again off Shack Radio. So keep your ear peeled for that.
Well, I'll definitely be listening as well. I love watching your stuff and listening. So what I have for you is a focus on family, a focus on love. Look after your health. It's time for you to invest in yourself and just make sure that you are surrounded with the things that you love. Be mindful of a tendency to hoard, as the things that are mementos of the people that you love. They're with you anyway. You don't need to keep all their things. So, just focus on self and family at the moment. You'll be okay.
Okay, beautiful. Next we have, hi and welcome. Thank you so much, everybody that's jumping on and saying hello. Okay, I'd love to hear from my brother-in-law. We'll do that one a little bit later. Let's do Debbie.
Debbie, sure, I'd love to give you a general reading. Debbie, it looks like things are coming to a head and all things that were hidden are coming to be shown. when the air clears, you'll find that you'll have the strength to travel in a new direction, and with a lot more wisdom and understanding. The situation that you're facing is somewhat challenging, but good things on the other side. So good luck with that, Debbie. You'll be okay.
Cool. Oh, where did that go? Okay, let's have a look. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome.
Hello. So this is Shatki.
It's Shanti, I normally say it. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I love all these different names, but I struggle to pronounce them all without having help. But his personal, how he'll look. Oh, goodness me. Let's just say about the true love. I feel like love is coming for you. I can't tell you what he'll look like or his personality, but I think you'll be very, very happy. I don't think you'll find him in where you're looking now, and you need to look further away, and don't let the people around you tell you how love should be. You'll find the right thing for yourself, but I think this is a journey that you need to make on your own. I wish I could tell you more about him, but he is out there for you.
Okay, who we got next? I think. Yeah, I've done that one. Just don't want to double read anyone. Rose. So we done Rose?
I don't believe so. Welcome, Rose.
Hello, Rose.
Rose, you do let occasionally stress get to you. I think, you may be, like listening to what's going on inside of you too much. Make sure you just balance your internal world with your external world. It's just a good way to get your bearings. Balance is really important for you. So, make sure you guard your heart, and the right things will happen. Just listen to your counsel, but make sure you're not feeling overwhelmed. And if you're overwhelmed, please talk to somebody. But you'll be okay. All good things are coming through to you.
Beautiful. Okay, next we have Karen.
Hi, Karen. I love your profile pic. Oh, Karen, I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you about your grandmother coming through, but I'm not doing mediumship tonight. I'm sorry. If you'd like to keep that for the next reader.
I will say though, Karen, your grandmother is communicating with you, and she is trying to send you signs. She isn't just trying to communicate with you. There's one of your children that she's trying to make a connection with as well. And I believe that she flitters between 3 homes. So I believe there's, you might have brothers or sisters, because at the time I believe that there's 3 main homes that she's visiting at the moment anyway, and so there's someone that she's watching over or guiding through that, but she's often trying to send through little signs for you guys. So you need to start paying a little bit more attention. Okay, next we have Olivia. Thanks for subscribing.
Oh, goodness me. Let me just have a look for you. So, Oliver, your financial situation has opportunity to be increased. There's a lot of hard work and study ahead of you. Please don't stress about it. It's going to be as successful as the effort that you make into it, but I find that you'll find something that will be successful for you. Good luck with that, but don't worry too much and push all your financial success away. Just look for your opportunities. Good luck with your finances, Oliver.
Awesome. Whoa, just went flying out the page. Whoa. Okay, let me go grab somebody.
I'm glad you're managing the pages.
Oh, it was just flying up the stream. It's like, I need to grab somebody. Okay, so who have we got?
We've
Melissa.
got Melissa. She's looking for any more babies and a love reading. The desire for a baby is there. I think you just need to make a very conscious decision about this being the right thing for you. I think the practicalities are playing on your mind as much as your heart would like to go ahead with having another child. What do you think, Angel?
I do believe there's another child, but I do believe there's a few obstacles or a few things you've got to clear out of your pathway before that gift's going to be granted, is what I'm saying. So there's a few obstacles there, but that child is there because I can see it in the wings waiting to come in. So there's definitely another child there. So don't panic, it's coming. Just not right when you're expecting it.
Don't they usually behave like that?
Yeah. Okay, who we got?
This is Carmen.
Hey, Carmen.
Is that New York?
Again, relationship. Yeah.
Okay. You need to ask yourself, do you want a love relationship with him? Is this the right person that you want to be spending your time with? Spend some time working and empowering yourself. I think that you'll find the love that you want once you feel like you're standing in your power more firmly. So start loving you as much. You should be okay. I'm sorry, the name's gone, but yeah.
That was Carmen.
Carmen, yes, sorry.
That's okay.
And this is Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa. Sorry, I was reading your question.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the right page. It's all good, girlfriend. We got you.
I believe that you are in the right path of life. You need to claim it and own it, and you know that the decisions that you make do have an impact on the things around you. So, you know, be really firm and strong in the things that you want and how you want to present yourself. You know, I think there's a lot of good things moving forward for you. Maybe a bit of study coming up in the future just for you to move in the direction that you want. Lots of opportunities, and I'd say very soon you won't even recognize yourself, but definitely on the path that you're on. You're not as powerless as what you might think you are.
Awesome. Next, we've got Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
We can answer your stuff around relationship, but not health this evening.
Yes. I believe that there is a person around you at the moment, love-wise. I do see things, you know, after a bit of challenges coming through really, really well for you. But, you know, you need to make sure that you invest the energy and time and be really mindful of your boundaries when it comes to relationships. And it doesn't matter how long you've been in one, whether it's new or you've had it for a while, you can always reset your boundaries, and people need to respect that about you, and you should be okay. But love-wise, all works out really, really well.
Awesome. Next we have...
Oh, what comes through? I know this is one of those like a Gaelic type name, so I'm a bit hesitant to pronounce it. That might be coming through for me. I actually can't do anything coming through, Angel, unless you'd like to step in. But I can pull a card.
Any messages they're wanting, so I'd love any messages that you might come through for them.
So
not necessarily in the spirit world. So whatever messages you're picking up, any guidance I'd like to receive.
So right now I've got you've got a lot of ambition and a lot of you know, hopes and desires that you might not be expressing, or you feel like you're not able to go for. I think if you use a little bit of imagination, the things that you want can come through to you. You just need to step outside of the square, and I believe that there's people around you that are very happy to support you, for you to have the dreams and have them come into fruition. So I think you'll do well. I think it's time just to think outside the box and not be afraid to challenge the status quo. People are there for you.
Awesome. Next we have, is it Rochelle?
I believe so.
I'm shocking with my dyslexia. I'm shocking.
Oh, you know what? Birds of a feather. Okay, let's see what we can do. I don't know that the current areas that you're looking for love serve you the best. I think that if you find your inner strength, what you might find is that you might find happiness in a different path. So I would be making some changes with you know, where you live or career, or just, you know, changing the environment around you, shifting that energy a bit, and you know, seeing things a lot more clearly, and you know, figuring out what you really want. There's lots of new avenues open to you, so you might find the love that you're craving on a very different path. I hope that helps, Rochelle.
Beautiful. Okay, Rochelle had put up a few comments there, so we gotcha. Okay, who do we have next?
This is Tanu.
Tanu.
Oh, I believe everybody's suffering with the changes in the world at the moment. Let's see what I can have. I do believe that success is still there for you. It's just a matter of persistence and presenting yourself in a different way. But I think ultimately you'll be okay. But I do see changes in your venture. So if you're looking to expand or into a different direction rather than expand, I think you'll find that you have a gift that will be very, very successful for you. But you just need to look around you and see where else you can be useful.
Okay, next we have, now I'm pretty sure I'll just check, yeah, because everyone's got a few questions up here. Let's do Linda. Lena, sorry.
Lena, let's see what comes through for you. I feel like you're coming to the end of things. So whether it's a work situation or a life situation, it's coming to a close. That's really, really good for you, actually. It will inspire you to move to new directions. It will inspire you to own your own power. And I think you've had a great learning from this, and a gaining of wisdom, which is always really, really good. Don't let past trauma stop you from being open to new opportunities that are coming your way. But good luck, Lena. You'll be okay. You've just got to stand in your truth.
Okay, awesome. Lena, I hope you liked your reading. Next, we have Rob White. Welcome.
Welcome. I love reading. Let's see what I can do for you.
It's like love's in the air. Everywhere. Sorry, turning up.
No, that's okay. I have the Love Boat song in my head.
That's what I got to do.
I think that, there is lots of opportunity for love around you. I don't know that it's presenting itself in a way that you can actually see it. You do have the opportunity, I think, to, do a little bit of self-reflection and just see that the opportunity may not be within your current circle or your current environment, and that you need to move a little bit abroad and just find new directions and new areas to go into for, the love that you're seeking. It's there, but it's going to take a little bit of work to find it.
Okay, what do we got next?
So this is Dranusha.
Dranusha.
Gorgeous name. This person, Chris, Cancer.
Don't forget, guys, to like and share our program, and also don't forget to pop up some feedback and also pop up a review on our page. That'll be fantastic. And for all of our followers, and we do have a large group of you that jump on these live feeds every week. So if you could also jump up and put a review up on our page, that'll be fantastic.
I would really enjoy that. I feel like this person has all the attributes that you like. They're very strong. They can take you on different adventures. Just make sure that being with them is as empowering for you and brings you as much happiness as what you can bring to them. But, the decision always lies with you if this is what you want. I think you just need to be strong and review this person carefully, but you should be okay. Dranusha, love the name.
Awesome. Next we have welcome.
Yvette.
Yvette.
Oh. Let me find out how things are going for you and Alfred.
Alfred.
I think you need to have a change in the way things are done and the way that you talk. A lot of things aren't being expressed clearly or honestly between you two. So I think a chance to clear the air and have honest communication and, approach each other differently. It'll bring a different future for you both. So, speak your truth, stand in your truth, and if it hasn't worked, try something different.
Okay, next we have
Gail.
Gail, welcome. I feel like giving Gail a hug.
Yeah, I'd love to give Gail a hug as well. Let's see if I can have anything for you, Gail. There's a lot of, despite, in Sydney, we're very static at the moment. I just feel like there's a lot of movement and changes around for you, and some of them can feel very overwhelming and confronting and, really shifts us out of our comfort zone. The thing with changes is sometimes we don't know where we're going to land, and there's a lot of good opportunities coming through. But if we get stuck in having things the way they always were, we don't get to appreciate that. So learn to let go of some things and your expectations of having things the way that they were. I think the move is a good thing. It's, like for things to come to an end, but just keep an open mind and open heart that more good things can come into you. It's not as scary as it seems. Good luck with that.
Beautiful. Let's see who we've got. Just double check because there's so many people coming on. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. Rachel, welcome, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Questions about your dog.
That's welcome.
Okay, let's just see what I can have coming through for you. I have justice coming up, so I feel like whatever the situation is, it will come to a head, and everybody's decisions will need to be accounted for. You will be successful with any challenges that you have coming up, but yeah, I think try not to focus on it too much, and spend more time on just improving things around yourself, and like seeing what you can do for yourself and any improvements that you'd like to work on. But you should be fine with the neighbours.
Okay, welcome. Next we have Rhonda. Welcome.
Hi, Rhonda.
Please like and share our program.
There are many different reasons why people want a relationship, and sometimes as much as we feel that we want one, it's sometimes a distraction from the things that we don't want to feel and see about ourselves. So a little bit of self-reflective time is what you're going through at the moment. I do see relationships coming up for you, but take the time out to know your mind, to really figure out who and what you want. We think we want a particular type of person, but they're not always exactly what's best for us. So a bit of self-reflection, but love is there for you.
Okay, next we have Jana.
Oh, I've got Jane. I'm looking at my phone, so it's
all I'm talking with mine's a little dot like this.
Yep. So if everybody sees me moving my lips or muttering while I'm reading, I'm just trying to read that little font. So.
All the way from the Liverpool, UK. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's see what I can do for you. I feel like at the moment the role might feel really challenging and there's a lot of changes. I think you have been happy in the role, but it could come time to discover what else is out there for you that might suit you better. I think, things haven't been sitting well with you for a while, but, the opportunity to move, I see, will bring you lots of success and new opportunities, and you'll do well. You'll challenge yourself and find new skills and strengths and abilities you weren't aware of. So change is coming up, but they'll work out really, really well.
Okay.
Hope that helps.
Awesome. Next we have, all right, let's have a look at this one.
Leisha? Leisha, I think there's a lot of conflict that's coming around you at the moment. It's not necessarily as serious and as big as what it could be. It might be just a bit of posturing and drama. There is real love there for you, and I think, some people are just very, very passionate people, and they express themselves in very different ways. So, you need to make the decision about the future of your relationship. You'll be happy with the choices that you make, but you really need to look at the people that you have around you. They might not be doing the right thing for you. Good luck with that, but yeah, lots of movement.
Fantastic. Beautiful readings. Beautiful. You're smashing them out, honey. Okay, next we've got Wendy. Welcome, Wendy.
When will we get married? Well, Wendy, now, do you want a marriage or do you want a wedding? If you're in Sydney, the current atmosphere is different, but yeah, you need to be really, really careful about what you want and why you want it. Not everything that you think you want will turn out exactly as planned. So there might be some challenges coming up ahead. Life is very different for us right now. I think, you can make the choices of when you want to get married at any time. It's when you have a wedding that I think is more the question, and the wedding, might not be happening as soon as what you'd like. But yeah, good love match with marriage. Congratulations.
Okay, now we've only got about 10 more minutes with Mary. Then we've got Elizabeth logging in. So it's just flew up the page. Let's see what I've got first.
So I have Miss Anne.
Anne, welcome, Anne. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'm so sorry. I think I'm sending you virtual hugs. Okay. Yes, there has been a lot of change and a lot of conflict around you. You have the strength to actually not let it impact you as much as it would otherwise. So, maybe put a bit of white light about yourself and just protect yourself from those negative energies. I do see light at the end of the rainbow. It has been really, really challenging, but you will pull through on the other side, okay? Unfortunately, sometimes we need to lose things around us to see the reality of our lives, to see our truth, and let them go. Don't hang on to the people that you've lost. They're happy and doing well on the other side, and you will do really, really well. They're always with you. So, Anne, I hope that helps. I'm sending you virtual hugs, and I think you'll be coming out of the other side soon. But, do look after yourself and protect yourself as well.
Blessings, beautiful. Next we have
Avie.
Avie.
Please, can I have a reading? Yes, you may.
Bingo! You're up.
Okay, so right now I feel like you're satisfied with where you are. There are things that you would like to have.
She's actually got a question here.
It's been truly over me, and he's just playing games with my emotions.
Yeah, sorry, I just found that.
Yep, no. Ben might have a lot of great qualities, but not all his qualities are great for you. So, there are things that we see in people that, their energy draws us to them. But sometimes we need to step back, look at those people, see why we're engaging in maybe not the healthiest way that for us, have some self-reflection and, find a new direction in life and actually find new love that's healthy and fulfilling and gives us everything that we need. So I would be taking a a nice long hard look at Ben, and I'd be wondering why we're still attracted to him, and maybe do some work on why you find your energies are always combining. But yeah, time to, rather than focus on Ben, focus on yourself. Good luck with that. Ivy. Very unusual
Beautiful.
name.
Okay, next we have Bingo. Welcome.
Marnie. My dears. Good. Well, let's see if you're doing the right thing, Marnie. I believe if you're taking the lead, so whether it be at home or with a work event, so I just feel like you're actually taking charge, that you will do well. You have a tendency to shake the system up, which is really, really good, and bring in new culture and a new way of thinking. So if it's within the family home, it's like how you're running the home. If it's with work, it's changing processes and procedures. You're braver and stronger than what you think. You've got lots of good ideas. Give them a go. If they don't work, rather than dismissing them completely, just tweak them a little bit, and don't give up so easily. You'll do really, really well, Marnie. Good luck.
Okay, next we have. I can see that our next psychic has logged in backstage.
Awesome. So this is Keisha.
Keisha, welcome.
For the next few months, a love reading.
Love's in the air. Everywhere I look around. Sorry, can't help myself.
No, I love that song. Love that song totally. I do see love around you. I think that you've got, a very strong person that is around you at the moment that can, bring you much joy and happiness. I don't know if everybody else likes him as much as you do, but you're the one that needs to be with that person. So, listen to your intuition, and just remember, balance is really, really the key when it comes to relationships. It's nice to, have that intimacy with another person, but for us to be balanced again, so I'm getting a lot of balance for you, is that we need to have our own lives and doing our own thing. So, make sure you don't lose your friends and family with the relationship that you've got. Everybody needs a bit of your time, and you'll be much happier for it. Good luck.
Okay, so we've got, this will be your last reading, Mary. So they've been beautiful readings. I think you've smashed out about 40 readings, sweetheart.
Oh, wow.
In an hour. Yeah, pretty much. So let's bring up your final reading for this evening. Let's go, Sharon Thompson. Welcome.
Okay, Sharon. Sure. I feel like right now you're coming through to new times. So there's lots of opportunities coming for you. Family and relationships is really a key focus. Don't listen to gossip, and don't share everything that's coming through in your life to other people around you. You don't need that type of negative energy. So just be mindful of focusing in on your own family. I see lots of happiness coming through for you everywhere. It's just be mindful of people being jealous about how good things are going for you. But, the drama is only as big as what you make it. Everything else looks great. So good luck with that.
Awesome, Mary. So there you go, guys. That was Mary. That was her first time on Royal Psychic Live TV. So thank you so much for making her feel nice and welcome. And I look forward to having you on in the next couple of weeks, Mary.
Thank you. Anytime. I'd love to do this again. I've really enjoyed tonight. So I appreciate all the questions and all the love.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Mary, and look forward to seeing you next time.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, now next, as you know, we've got our second psychic in the studio. We do have Elizabeth Bratcher. Now, I'm pretty sure Elizabeth will be reading from her own deck of cards that she's created. And I'm just flashing them up to me at the screen already. So 100% she'll be reading from her cards. And I think she's got a little bit of news around those cards as well. I'm not sure whether she's willing to share just yet, but I'll give you a sneaks up. They are coming. So let's bring Elizabeth up into the studio. Actually, before I do that, I might as well bring her name up and make her feel really nice and welcome. Okay, let's bring Elizabeth into the studio. Welcome. I can't hear you. Me not hear you. Have you got the speak? Have you got the mic open?
No, I was on mute. I was too busy watching you, and I wasn't paying attention that I was on mute, so that I wasn't disturbing you while I was backstage. I do apologise. Let me plug this mic back in though, because I think I'm a bit buzzy on my computer mic.
Sorry?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, this mic works a bit better, so excellent.
Okay, so I'm actually hearing an echo. I can't hear you.
You know what? I did not press mute then. What I said to you was that there's a bunch of spirit that I've brought in with me and they're going to muck around. And yeah, I was on mute and I didn't even press mute.
My gosh, swearing.
The energy is high. It's lovely to be here. Thank you very much for having me again. It's been a few weeks, so it's nice.
Yeah, so just tell us you've got a lot of
Yes, beautiful. So I am a psychic medium. I am located out in Lake Macquarie, and tonight I am reading with you from my Elysical deck, which is my own deck. And as Angel hinted that's this deck is coming out, but the beautiful part about all of this is that the book that is coming with it, which is what I'm actually really excited about, because I created this deck just for me. But I had the nice insight, my guides coming in, and allowed me the kind of opportunity to know that I'm going to create this book really uniquely different in the regards of it's not just going to be an oracle book. I'm going to actually explain to you why each and every single card is in the deck, what the meaning is behind it, and not just in the meaning of the card, but the meaning for life. And stay tuned, it's going to be really cool. You're going to have a journal opportunity in there as well. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into it, so several months is still ahead. But yes, it is finally going to actually be released. And I've added 3 more cards to the deck as well.
Now,
yeah,
guys,
which is interesting.
Yeah, now, guys, don't be frightened, just bring
Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear myself talking.
I can't hear you at all. Just put the questions up on the screen. If you can hear me okay, I can't hear you well, but I can tune into the questions, no problems. So that's all good.
I want to speak.
Whatever, I can't hear. That's all good. I'm going to turn the comments on. Hey, alright, beautiful. Yeah, just leave the comments up for me and I'm all good. Excellent. Any feelings about my dog? 2 people have told me different things, so I'm more confused. I'd really like some sort of closure, please. Okay. I want to say to you, just trust what was going on for you. When I'm tuning in with your beautiful dog, I'm actually quite drawn down around the digestive area, and especially around like the back hip area as well. And I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure if I'm picking up on the hips or what's just happening in the organs underneath the hips. I'm not overly knowledgeable on a dog's digestive system, but that's what I'm feeling. And I feel like this problem was there for a while, or has been there for a while, and that it's problematic. It is problematic, okay? And so I want to say to you that the choices that you're making or have made were correct, all right? I can feel the intensity that's there. I can feel the discomfort that is around, all right? So I do hope that helps. I know that it's an awful thing when our pets are suffering or have been through some drama around with us. Absolutely so. And look, that beautiful energy absolutely connects in around you, but that's what I feel the energy is that's there. It's just to acknowledge that you were correct, that your instinct is correct, and to take peace that your intentions, your love and your motivation towards this beautiful animal were always, top of the game, and that they're aware of that. And so never ever hold any guilt or anything around your journey with this animal, okay? Absolutely. Like, my heart really feels with that. So I want to leave that with you, and I hope that helps. Hi Kai, is there something that I need to quit for my life to progress well, and what is it? Yeah, okay Kai, look, it's not just about one specific thing being needed to be quit and everything kind of falls into place. What I want you to do is listen to yourself overall, because it's about the consequential actions that I feel with you. I feel like your drive is quite high, and that you've spent really kind of time, probably similar to myself, of working out, like around manifestation and, where energy goes, energy flows, and self-discipline, and all of those kind of little bits and pieces that are there. But I feel like underneath it all, there's this self-doubt that sits there, So if we were going for $5 million and we're only getting, $1 million, it's like, yeah, that's all we're going to sit. But I need you to kind of believe in that $5 million and act accordingly. I always say it with a business, as far as it goes, like if you have a business that's just starting and you've invested $100 into that business and you treat it like a $100 business, that's all it'll be. Okay? So I'll leave that thought there with you, and I hope that helps, and thank you for joining us. Nice. Jay. Okay, I'm just going to turn my volume down a bit because I've got a... There we go. Alright. Hi Jay. May I please have a message from my brother who passed? I get a gentleman that connects in around with you, and I feel like I get it's interesting. I get a guy that comes through to me. I don't feel like he's short. I feel like he's not crazy tall, but at least sitting around the 5'9", 5'8" to 6 foot mark. Okay, I get an athletic feel around his body as well. A big smile that's there, and his hair. I feel like his hair was quite thick too. Just your general kind of average dresser as far as it goes, but I feel like as well, like he didn't mind the name brand side of things that's there. I don't want to make him like snobby with that by any yards, but when he shows me that he's dressed and I look down, he starts showing me symbols like Nike, Adidas, all of those kind of little bits and pieces, and I really want to keep that in context, but I feel like he's trying to show me something with that. When I sit with him, the energy that I feel around is the communication with you two. I feel like there's a lot of love in this relationship and a lot of connection in this relationship. But what I'm feeling as well is that at times that wasn't so strong and that we'd kind of pull apart. But what the thing is with that is that even in those times that when we were apart, not apart, but apart, you understand, the love was still there, the bond was still there. Even if we were cranky at each other and we were like, rah, 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 if something happened while that was going on, either one of you would have been straight there for the other person, no doubt about it. And that's where I feel like he's just trying to say, sorry for the times that I wasn't there, or sorry for the times that I did let you down around that. And I feel like this is a real vice versa thing. And I'm always kind of, sit really deeply when Spirit wants to apologise, because I know that it's a perspective. It's not that they're sitting there going, oh, I did this and I did this and I did this. It's that they have a chance to sit back and go, this relationship was so special and it was so awesome, and I just really want you to know that it meant that to me too. For everything that you are right now holding special and dear in your heart for this connection, he feels too, and I want to do that. I want to go, that's mine too. There's something deep that's here, and those messages, that energy that you're feeling of him around, okay, he wants to validate, and that guidance that he's giving you, he wants you to sit nice in that. I feel like you've had some really strong evidence around you where you've gone, wow, you know, he was watching over me, or he was with me that day, and he was like, yeah, brother, I absolutely. All right, so I want to leave that with you. I hope that it helps, and thank you for joining me this evening.
Beautiful. Next,
Hi, Angel and guest. Guest is Elizabeth. Lovely to meet you, Lisa. Just wanting to know if my current job will be a good stepping stone to my career goals. Yeah, I do actually, Lisa. But what I want to say to you within this as well is that there's going to be lessons and challenges too. So I don't feel like it's all smooth sailing in this job. I feel like this, the background, the culture of this job may actually be quite, what do they call it, like political, a little bit bitchy even. But just keep your distance with it. You know, if you choose to partake, then you become part of it. If you just choose to keep your distance, then you don't get involved in it, okay? And that's, I can leave it as simple as that. The skills that you're learning in this job and the connections and networks that are in this job are really nice. They're really valuable and will give you absolutely what you want. Just be prepared as well that while you're in this job for career growth and career knowledge, there's also going to be a bunch of life knowledge with it as well, okay? Take that on board with you because it's going to thicken your backbone and it's going to actually move you forward to where you want to be in a stronger position. You know, if you want to be a leader, manager, that kind of strong role within this is where I feel like even if you're not quite designating yourself right now is where you're actually going to end up. It's this line of seemingly, you know, like, that's going to bring you there. So relish in it, learn from it. These challenges that present in this job, and don't get me wrong, you got to enjoy your time here, but there absolutely is days where you're going to question that. And I want to say to you, but you're going to be grateful for those at the end of the day. So take it all on board, learn from it, do not get involved with it all, and just do your thing with it, and you will not look back with doubt with this job, okay? So I hope that helps.
Beautiful. Next, yes,
I feel like there's a reason why they're waiting to hold off. Get it. You will get it. It's like it's almost like we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't, but we're not like neither of those is like entirely damned, if that makes sense. You know, it's like we've got to pick the choice out of two hard options basically. Neither one's, you know, either both of these choices are going to have challenges that's there, but I do feel like ultimately they understand that an amputation is the best choice of action, and so definitely stay in consult. As you know, we're not doctors and especially not vets, but what I do feel is that there's a specific reason why they're holding off, and I keep wanting to look at the I'm either looking at I feel like I'm looking at like major arteries and blood vessels and those kind of little bits and pieces that are there, so perhaps there's a blood issue around with that. But I do want to say to you that ultimately what will happen is the best course of action, but this does feel like a challenging journey, okay? So I'll leave that there with you. I do feel lots of support and care and the right care around them though with that, okay? So I hope that helps.
Hey, next we have Michelle.
Was that for me? No, Michelle, I don't believe that we did just read for you, but we may perhaps get to you if you're selected.
Yeah, no. But I'm pretty sure we'll get you if not question. Okay, next we have
Malik, any messages for me, please? Thank you. Butterflies are nice. You know, it's interesting, the first thing that comes into my mind when I actually tap into you, and I'm going to share it because I feel like it's relevant. I've got a little veggie garden out at the back of my place here. It's literally just behind me, behind the wall. And I get these green caterpillars that keep eating my tomatoes to God knows what. And so rather than like keep putting them somewhere else, I decided to put them into a tank that I've got. And within like a couple of days, we're getting to watch these beautiful caterpillars, you know, lock themselves in their chrysalis, I think it's called. And, you know, they're doing their transformation. And when I sit with you and I see the butterflies, that's exactly what I see around you as well. It's like that. It's like, you know, things might feel sluggish around you at the moment, and it might feel like everything's sitting a bit stagnant and all of that. But that hard work and all of that time and energy that you've spent, now it's time to actually mould it into what it's meant to be. It's like I've got something sitting here, I've got something sitting here, and I've got something sitting here, and I need to take them and make them complete. You know, as they all stand as individual pieces, they might not have the ultimate strength within themselves, but when I actually bring all of these pieces of my toolbox together, all of a sudden I'm walking around with a case that's full, okay? And so that's what I feel like you need to do, and within that, be willing to kind of give yourself a little bit of credit, a little bit more strength in the strength of these tools, literally, all right? And so that's where I sit. I just want you to kind of look around and go, yep, this is what I've got. Pull all of that energy in around you and decide what you're actually going to do with it, because you created each one of these pockets for a specific purpose. And, you know, I just feel like there's a little bit of doubt and hesitation to actually move forward with them, all right? And so I hope that that helps. Thank you for joining me this evening. And, yeah, I definitely want to encourage you just to do that. And, you know, for me, how I work, I'm quite a visual person. I'm very connected in with my... you know, my guides and the perceptions that I get. So when they show me straight away like beautiful caterpillars transforming into butterflies, and that's the first thing that I see when I see your butterflies, that's where it sits. You're in a transformation period, and you know, much like these caterpillars sitting there across from me, they look like, well, at the moment, you know, it's all sluggish, it's all stagnant, but something really beautiful and magical is happening. And so, you know, that's what it makes me think of when I sit with you. So I hope that that helps.
Beautiful. Next we have
Captain. Will Australia's Wallabies beat the All Blacks next week? Oh, dude, come on. What are you talking to me? I got to admit, I'm not a sports person. And, yeah, take your punt with it. The day that I can start picking out gambling predictions and everything else like that, well, you know, you'll see me with the big free centre that's, you know, free for whatever, because I've earned $1 million. So,
when I seen it, I had to put it up.
Now you got me thinking about who's going to win. Oh. Alright. Okay, no. Hello. Would love a message on my love life, please. Yeah, beautiful. You know what I feel around you? I feel like you've compromised one too many times, and I feel like you've got this really big heart, and I feel like you keep coming back to the same problems and that you keep giving the same chances over. And I say that, you know, with so much love, because that's what you're giving out. It's love, it's loyalty, it's respect to the other person. But, you know, I question whether or not you're giving yourself that same respect and love in return. And so I want you to kind of have a look and see about the cycles that are coming in and around you, even not just right now, but overall, because I feel like, you know, even if they're different here, there's a similarity that sits. And just within that, I just want to say that to you, just to, you know, it's a cliche, I know, but I want you to cherish yourself a little bit more deeply with that, and just stand up just a little bit higher within your own energy. The repetition of circles, I don't feel like I need to pull apart anything around you. I just feel like I need you to go, you know what, hey, listen, enough's enough, you know, and because I feel like this person understands that as well, all right? And so I'll leave that there with you, because, you know, it is as simple as that. It's just like, have a look at the cycles. You know what, it's not as simple as that, because within that we have to recognise our own patterns. And I want to say be gentle with yourself with that, but when the same thing happens here and here, the only common denominator is usually ourselves. And for me, when I sit with you on that common denominator, it's loyalty and it's love and it's respect, and it's all really beautiful qualities. So I don't want to kind of hag on that by any yards of the stick, but as I said, I just want to ask you to make sure you're getting those selves back. When you stand back with that beautiful strength and energy that I know you've got, I can see you going, you know what, that's, you know, and I want to do that. When you demand the same in your relationships, you watch and see. You watch and see. It'll change everything, and everything you're desiring moves forward, and this silly smirk comes on my face because I can see it. And I will say to you within that, for whatever one reason, they're showing me a lot of financial strength too. Okay? So I hope that helps. Oh, you know what, Christine? I feel like this has to be like a complete legal court side of things that's there. I feel like the evidence is clear, but I feel like they've got their rainbow that's wanting to actually contradict around that. Okay, so, you know, I's dotted, T's crossed, all of those kind of little bits and pieces. I don't feel like this is just a quick turnaround thing. I feel like there's a little bit of back and forth. He said, she said, he said, she said, he said, she said, but, you know, and then we kind of come to an end conclusion that is there. So there's definitely loopholes that I feel that both of you are actually able to jump into right now. So it's a tit for tat kind of thing, but I feel that your credence is there. Definitely, as I said, I feel a strong legal side of things is there, which is obvious, I guess, perhaps in senses, but I want to be really clear with the strength that I feel around that, okay? So I wish you luck with that. Definitely you need to put your time, your energy, and obviously financial resources into that initially for whatever way or shape or form that looks like for you. But yeah, just be prepared, alright? So I hope that helps. Love coming in from me. Hey, Yana. I feel like you've had, I want to just go back kind of almost even just several months, and I feel like there's been like a disappointment that wasn't necessarily, end of the world disappointment, but was disappointment, and that you've been seeing a little bit of that, and so you're kind of sitting back and just not questioning it at all, but it's like, come on, universe, like how many times I've got to do this? And I want to say that I get that. But when I sit with you, take that on board, all right? Because much like I was just talking about there, if there's a common denominator that flows through, it's generally us. And where energy goes, energy flows. And I can feel your energy. And I feel like you're clever, you're witty, you're funny. I feel like you and I would sit there and have a grand old laugh as far as the sense of humour goes. And all of those qualities that you've got around you, but I don't feel like you're actually holding them into the right level. And you know what? It's one of those times that's there that I just want to go like, check in with that. I don't care how cliche it sounds, because as I said, where energy goes, energy flows. So if you think you're worth a 5 out of 10, well, guess what? That's exactly what's coming in. So you know what? Up the ante a little bit, because you ain't a 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? You're up here, and so come on, and then that will flow in with you. All right. When you can do that, put a bit of excitement into it, put a bit of a challenge into it, put a bit of balls into it, and just go, I'm going to just go for gold and see what happens here. When I hold myself in this beautiful light, it's such a nice energy, it's such a strong energy. I keep getting a 6-month mark around it when I sit with that. I want to say, have fun with this. Be excited. You've got knowledge, you've got everything else. It looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Other than that, go find your swan. Seriously, you've got it. Just, up the ante with you. You've got it. All right? So I hope that helps. I'd love a reading, please. Rebecca, I feel like you've got ideas that swirl and twirl around your head that are nice. I feel like there's still almost like building blocks around them. And there's definitely a financial business side of energy that's connected to this. And I want to say to you, just keep following your flow with that. I feel like it's, as I said, building blocks, okay? So I don't feel like I'm necessarily looking at what's complete and ready to go forward, but the building blocks that are there. So even if this is like a back thought that you think about, on a lazy Sunday as, I'd love to do this one day, pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And you know what comes into my mind? The 10 freaking times that I've sat and thought about something, and then 12 months later it's there or this or that, and you're just like, oh, you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. So I want to say to you, start paying attention to that. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. There's something bigger and beautiful, I want to say, brewing out of it. I want to say I see around you, I want to say cycles because I put the cycles card down, but that's exactly what it is. I wanted to say there was like new beginnings, and it feels like they are coming in around family, specifically close relationships with you. So when I see cycles with that, I'm not necessarily seeing a new relationship. If this is a new relationship, it's somebody that you've known before, because I feel like it's a continuing of a relationship that's like going to the next step. And houses and babies is what comes into my head. We obviously don't do pregnancy predictions and things like that on live, so they're giving it to me just in a bulk. But that's what it sits like. It's like moving in and making family and life around me complete. When I sit with your cards, you've got the intention card, so it asks, where does yours lay? As you would have just heard me talking about, energy goes where energy flows, and it does, it does. And so our subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So if we're working towards something, we want to bring something into desire, and all we focus on is what can go wrong, and we feel that, and we see it, and we worry about it. We take all those emotions, we picture it, and our subconscious goes, okay, that's what happened. And so our body gears us for that. And so just be mindful where your intentions lay. Allow yourself to feel the excitement, the possibilities, and the dreams, because that's where our body will then gear itself towards. the improvements card of self and situations. Again, that's what I'm feeling around you, and just again checking in with your intentions. Cycles, beginnings and endings are in natural order, and when I come to the card at this point in your reading, I actually do feel a little bit of sense of melancholy, because I do feel like there is a letting go of something as well, and it's just like the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, if we get married, we go from being not married to married. You know, it's a good thing for some. I say some with Jake over a little bit of a different view. Sorry, that makes me laugh. But you know, it's that same cycle. It's a beautiful thing. It's a next phase, but we're letting go of something to move on to that next phase. All right. So I'll leave that there with you. I hope that it helps, and thank you for joining me. I can't hear you still. I've got you turned down. We're flying blind. Hi, Miss Angel and Miss Elizabeth, an avid viewer here in the Philippines. May I kindly ask if I've already met my future husband, and when this marriage is happening? I'm hoping for your help. Thank you. I do want to say yes, and with you I actually want to smile and be a little bit cheeky as well, because I want to say just relax a little bit. I feel like the constant when am I going to get married is kind of like an inhibitor for the date being put into place. It's like, just chill. And yeah, you feel like you're in the right time, the right place, with the right person. But again, when we hold ourselves a little bit too tight, you know, it really makes it hard for energy. If I'm trying to push something through that, what's getting through? Not much, you know. So just be mindful that you're not stressing people out with your excitement. Okay, I'll leave it there. But yeah, you're in the right time, you're in the right place. Just chill, just relax a little bit, and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, because as I just said, once you go from married to not married, or not married to married, that's it. You're married, you know. So enjoy. You're all good. So I hope that helps.
Okay, next we have
Sonia, yes. I haven't got my glasses on. I'm not sure if the eyes are eyes or else. It's an eye. Sonia. You've got a nice energy around you, Sonia, and I want to say to you, just when I look at your family as a collaborative, and you know, when we think about bills and sequences and just that kind of day-to-day life that keeps everything running, they're showing me an ease off, okay, especially around the financial side, especially if you have been like almost making sacrifices so that something is easier later. I feel like that's starting to come into play for you, and it's got a really nice positive energy. It's almost like it pays off better than what we expected. All right, so yeah, I'll leave that with you, but I'll pull you some cards and just see what comes out. Okay, you've got the patience and the love and the trust card, but interestingly, when I pull your cards out, they're showing me a change of work around you, which maybe has something to do with love, but I don't actually feel that. Like, I feel like there's, it's a different side of things that's there. So it's either a shift in your role, or perhaps you're considering a shift in company, but I feel like it's a similar, like I'm not wanting to change it too much. And so I know that COVID's kind of bringing a lot of changes into workplaces, and perhaps your own role just looks a lot different than what it did, and I can accept that that may be what it is, but I'm just seeing that, and I want to kind of turn things around, all right? And I keep getting a 2-month mark around with that, so I'll leave that there with you. But when I sit with your cards, you've got the patience card, the love card, and the card that talks about self-trust and self-belief of being where it all begins. And that's very much what I said to you just there. I feel like things that you've been working towards, sacrifices that you've been putting into time, are all coming into play. And so definitely just keep doing what you're doing. I feel like that's just a nice validation behind. The love card for me in my deck, what it talks about is the fact that you've done the hard work. I don't know if you can see it, to sit in your truth and your happiness and your desire. And that's a really important thing to be able to do in love, you know. And it's love with friends, it's love with relationships, it's especially love with self. And so that's, you know, again, that hard work that you're doing is paying off. So just keep doing what you're doing. I'll leave you that with the messages that I've delivered also, and I hope that helps. Thank you for joining us.
Beautiful. Next we have Mike.
I'm not going to answer that question. Sorry, I don't sit with those questions. Unless I'm 100% adamant, who am I to say? Yeah, it's not fair, you know what I mean? Hi lovely ladies, have liked and shared. Would love some guidance and changes coming up for me or my husband. I've recently lost my beautiful father-in-law and I miss him so much. Thanks. Alright. I want to say to you, when I sit with your question, I get a beautiful gentleman that comes up to me, and I feel like there's almost like if not a rural background to him, he keeps holding fruit. He keeps holding fruit. So I feel like he either grew the fruit trees or he loved the fruit. Specifically, he's holding an orange in his hand. I don't feel like he was a tall gentleman. I don't want to make him silly short, but I feel like his age also kind of brought down a little bit of his height, as we get with our body. He comes to me in a button shirt, so I know he was a gentleman. I get a kind of almost European feel around this guy, and he's definitely got me sitting like outside. I feel like I'm, again, like either in the rural, or he just had some space around, or that's where he loved to spend his time, but that's what he's showing me. And I want to laugh when I come in with him, and I feel like you and him had that laughter. Like, I understand he's connected around, but I feel like you and him had a special bond as well. When I sit with that energy that's there, I want to say that he says there's still more hard work to come. There's still more hard work to come, but that it's the right kind of work to do. And I feel like in regards to even like where you guys are going, it's like we've got this chunk that's here, and perhaps he shows me a block, and then he takes a bit of the block away, and he goes, but it's all right, we can bring it back, all right. And so he just says you've got to keep doing what you're doing. The communication, keep the communication up. I feel like, especially like around partners and stuff like that when we're really stressed, he's going, they go quiet. He goes quiet and he pulls back. And just in recognizing that and not allowing life situations to kind of ever come into play between what we've got here, and just to have that communication. And it's, I want to say it's with laughter and delight and lots of love that I keep wanting to, come on this side, not necessarily in sitting with you. There's a shift or a move I feel like he's telling me that you want to do, okay? And I don't feel like it's right now. I feel like this is a plan that's in place. He's going, I know the shift and the plan that's there. He goes, it's going to look different to what you actually want, but it's a good one. And he's showing me the water. He's showing me the water around, okay? So I feel like it's there, and it's interesting. I really want to talk, and I feel like the conversation would obviously flow with this beautiful man as well, because I feel like I could sit and chat for ages and ages. But I'll leave that there with you. Take that on board. The smells and the sounds around the house, he goes, I've been leaving. And the cup, there's something around the coffee in the morning with the same cup that's there as well. There's something around with that he leaves with you too. So I'll leave that there, and I hope that helps.
Beautiful. Next we have Natalie.
Hey Natalie. Love a general read if you have time, please. Absolutely. Your dad's energy comes up really strongly around you, Natalie. Oh, I wonder if that's your dad in the picture. I just kind of looked at you, but now I'm looking over there. Yeah. Talks about communication as well between you guys. There's a lot of... Take the time. I know on live speed, this is why I usually just do psychic on there, because I like to just sort of bounce back, and I'll admit I'm a little bit stuck as to whether or not I'm just tuning into energy or I'm actually getting the message over from him. But I do want to say that regardless, there's the same message that comes through with it that's there. The communication from your dad, it was never a strong suit, like with the I love yous and the big pieces and things like that. But I so want to give that to you right now. I so want to express that to you right now. And it's such a nice connection that's there. And so the words that have been unsaid, the words that have been unspoken, it's almost like I hope that you knew that they were there. I hope that you knew that they were there. And as I said, I'm not sure if I'm passing on this message from spirit or alive, and there's a whole bunch of reasons behind that obviously you and I don't get to kind of speak about right now. So I'll leave that sit there. But I'm going to just pull you some cards as well and just see what they have to say. Gee, that's interesting. Even as I'm pulling your cards, I've gone and gone, just have a little bit more. time. But you've got the spirit card that comes out, which is always a message from spirit that sits there, okay? And there's definitely a strong grandfather connection that comes through around as well. You've got a lot of spirit that comes in around you, and this is your father's father that connects in and around with you. So, yeah, and again, there's different reasons for that, but I'll leave that there with you, and I just want you to know that the energy of spirit you're feeling around you right now is absolute. You've got the heartache card that comes in, which talks about challenging matters of the heart around you. These aren't necessarily to do with people or relationships, but just, you know, kind of life in general, and that acknowledgement that these challenges are there. The heartache comes because we face those challenges. That's what this card for me means. It doesn't mean that they just get put onto you. It's like we're doing the hard yards. We're facing what we need to, and that's where they come in. So, you know, keep doing that. You've got the support of spirit that's there. That when I made this deck of cards, spirit said to me, we want a sign in there. We want a card that says, no, we're around this person, okay? So that's where it is. The grounding card always talks about just keeping yourself grounded. And absolutely, when we're going through challenges, that's so important, just to stand on the ground, stand wherever. I don't care if you're in a concrete building 100 feet up in the air. Stand, breathe, and just allow yourself just to drop that energy and breathe in clarity. Drop, breathe in. And just, you know, even just for a few moments each day, and you'll be surprised how grounding that is and how much more strength and resilience and clarity it gives us through our day. So I'll leave that there with you, and I hope that helps. I like to say there's always hope. There's always hope. Now, if your intentions are fixated on a specific person, okay, I want to say to you, the energy here is really dry. It's like you can have what you want. Is it really what you want? Really? You know, if we're not compromising, we're not taking second best, we're not making a bunch of sacrifices around it, is it what you want? And I want to challenge you with that. So if your attentions are focused on a specific person right now, that's what I want to leave that there with you. But otherwise, all right, I do want to say to you, and just, you know what, take that in context as well, because it's not an otherwise or if or that situation. Take that in with you as well, all right? Even if it is about bringing in a new energy, there's no need for compromise here. There's no need for sacrifice here. And I feel like you kind of allow for that. Again, just it always comes down to loyalty and that big sense of beautiful heart that someone has that makes them do these things. And so, you know, just be aware of that, because your beautiful qualities sometimes may actually make you take second best. All right, so I'll pull some cards and just see what they say. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. You've got awesome. Your cards absolutely validate what I just said, and you know what? That's perfect with me, because I was literally, as I was sitting here and I was pulling your cards, I was like, oh, you know, sometimes you're a bit tough, Liz. But you know what, though? I would rather be 100% honest with you in the most gentle way and have you kind of create this beautiful success than not, you know? And so always, I speak with always respect. And so when I pull your cards, I've got the intention card that comes out, and that's what it says. Where do your intentions lay? And for me, that's what this card is, exactly what we just talked about. When we take second best, when we make compromises and sacrifices, when we focus on the things that, you know, are not quite in line with us, and therefore we think we've got to, you know, bend on, that's exactly what will happen. What the mind believes, it will conceive. And so just be mindful where your intentions lay. Up the ante with that, and you get the love card. And this card talks about being able to stand in your truth, your happiness, your desire, the things that you really, really, truly, truly want. When you set your intentions in the right way, you are going to stand strong in that conviction. And beautifully enough, you see change of luck. Straight away, change of luck, energies are shifting for the better. All right, so a little bit of shifting to do around within what's going on up there. But you know what? That's just a thing, you know. Spend a month getting your head in order and keep that in context, and you'll be sweet to go. I actually feel like there's an energy around you with this, okay? So you're either very close to actually bringing in that energy, or it is present with you. And when I'm talking, I get 3 months, all right? So you're either looking at 3 months of calmness or 3 months of clarity that will sit there with that. But either way, you've got the same outcome. So I hope that helps, and thank you for joining us.
Beautiful. Next we have Christine.
Oh, you know what? Again, as you may have heard, I've got a particular soft spot for grandparents. Absolutely so. My mum's mum and my dad's mum were two of the most amazing and special women that I'll ever have the privilege of knowing and loving in my life. And when I sit, and that's what comes to me as soon as I sit with your question, that's the same energy that you guys would have there. And sometimes when we look a little bit too hard, we miss sort of the obvious signs. And I want to say, just be a little bit patient, have a little bit of time. I feel like your nan wasn't a in your face kind of person. You know, she had her moments. I can see that. But you understand what I'm talking about as well, you know. And so she's telling me that there's already been signs around. There was a period of time that was leading up to illness. I feel like her passing, with illness. I feel like she wasn't necessarily overly coherent at the end. And that may just be due to medications or, you know, whatever processes were obviously going on for her at that time. But I feel like there was a little bit of jumble in between the clarity that's there. But not to mistake the clarity that was there for jumble, all right? Something about the night times, the dreams, the dream side of things that's there as well. Yeah, I definitely want to sit with the jumbleness around with there, because when I connect in with her, that's exactly how I'm feeling as well. But she's not tall. She had a voluptuousness around her. When she loved you, when she knew you well, there was such a nature and a personality around her. And I feel that and I see that. And it's such a nice, strong energy that comes in. And it's almost like, no. And so again, I just want to say, relax in the energy. Don't look too hard for things. I feel like you felt her around you perhaps more than your mum has right now. But it's just the biggest grief that I work with is between a parent and a child. And I don't care which way it works in or what age or whatever else that's there. That is the strongest grief I've dealt with. And so I understand where she's still feeling a little bit of few blockages around her. So just keep supporting her, keep just encouraging her, reminding her she will absolutely feel some beautiful validation from her mum, just to give it some time. And just keep being gentle with her. It's there, and I can feel her jumping up and down. She keeps showing me letters, okay, as well, and specifically number plates. So I'm just going to leave that there with you, because she's flashed a number plate in my head several times since I've been speaking, and it's a white number plate with black letters. And I feel like I haven't specifically focused, she just keeps flashing it, okay? So don't take me at gospel, but I do feel like I'm looking at a number plate with 3 and 3, like 3 sets of 3, and the 3 letters that are beginning. I feel like I'm looking at either an O or a Q and then a T, okay? And then there's a dot. And I do feel like perhaps I'm seeing a 1 and then a 2, but yeah, I haven't specifically tried to look, but she's trying to put them into my head. So I'll leave that there with you. I hope that helps, and thank you for joining us.
And next we have Sharon.
Sheridan, if you could join, I'd love to see what the future holds for me and my partner, please. Communication, and obviously that's always going to be a big issue in relationships, but I just feel like, don't be afraid to say I need. Don't be afraid to say I like. Don't be afraid to say I want. Don't be afraid to say I've had enough of, you know, pick up the socks or whatever else that's there with that. And I just feel like if we do that in, you know, the beautiful way that you and him can communicate, or you and your partner can communicate, everything sits nice, all right? Obviously relationships are going to have ups and downs as they go along and everything else like that, but that's where I just feel like at times in the past you've been, you know, kind of chastised for expressing those things, or perhaps your partner has as well, and so there's a reluctance to kind of go, hey, you know, what I kind of let swing by before isn't necessarily, you know, okay anymore. I keep thinking about things like doing the dishes and doing clothes and washing and all of that sort of stuff, and I know sometimes when we step in a relationship we're like, oh yeah, I'll cook every night, you know, I'm the world's best partner, and then like 6 months later we're like, oh my god, what did I say that for? You know, it's that same kind of thing. So it's just like, just putting our truths out on the table, and I feel like as long as you keep doing that, in the same way, like there's a really nice deep respect and bond that is here in this partnership, and I can feel that it can go a long way. And I feel like when you guys collaborate as a team, there's also a nice growth that happens. And I feel like you guys might actually be thinking about starting a business together, or have spoken about starting a business together. And I want to say that comes into play down the track as well, okay? Sometimes a business may look like buying a house together and renovating and making it worth more, but whatever else it is that's there, it's a financial venture that sits between you guys. So I do want to say that to you, just keep putting your truths out onto the table, and definitely encourage your partner to do the same, okay? And I hope that helps.
Okay, beautiful. Next we have Madison. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
I feel like your dad was a funny guy, but was quick to temper, and I want to say that with love. Like I want to say that with I want to hug him at the same time, but but it was a personality trait that's there, and I just feel like that was significant in that, almost even a joke at times. I feel like his personality had that. It was like, you could see that depth of him. You could see when he was quiet within himself, but there was also that laughter side of him that hung around as well. I feel like there's a big story around his passing, and when I say a big story around his passing, what I mean is there's a journey in that. There's a journey in that for him, and there's a journey in that for you, and I know that you understand what that means. It just feels so complex, in all of its intrinsic ways with that. And I want to say, when I sit with you, it's like he's going, I know that you've been here 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's like he's saying, I know the door's kicked you on the arse a few times along the way, he goes, I see that, and you know what as well, you don't fit in as far as just that. You're not a conformist. You don't fit into the 9 to 5. You're this unique personality, and I say that with so much because I'm the same, and that's a beautiful way to be. And it's not that other ways aren't beautiful, but you understand what I'm saying with that. And he's asking you just to embrace in that and to settle in with that, because when we actually adapt that around us and accept that that's who we are and this is who I am, everything will flow a little bit easier. He goes, stop trying to fit a bloody round peg into a square hole. You've never been square. You've always been round and a little bit colourful and flurry on top. He goes, so it's time to really relish in that and really stand strong with it. And I've got to say, I feel like you've got this creativeness that's there. I feel like there's either a business idea or a growth in what you want to do that's bringing in money around, and it's really encouraging you to pay attention to that. I feel like perhaps there's even an opportunity that sits there with it, either with money that's there or, collaboration or whatever it is that it looks like that's there for you. But not to be afraid to be brave with it. He says other people don't necessarily always agree with your methods or your tactics or your logics and reasons, but he's like, you know what though, like, have a look at the differences in who you are. It's not that they're bad or wrong. He goes, but you're not wrong either, and it's time now. It's time. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the guilt. Okay, he goes, there's no need for guilt here. There's no need. And I want to cuddle you again. So I hope that helps. So thank you very much for letting me connect in with his energy for a moment.
Beautiful, lovely readings there, isn't it?
August 2000. Are we time traveling? Starting all over again. Screw COVID. Fucking going back.
Well, if it's this August, I don't know about that money. I always bring it in.
Will I get into August 20? I'm going to presume that that's 2021. Obviously, I see the word airways and COVID, and I know that there's such an easy correlation to put together in the head at the moment, but what I'm feeling around specifically is that the training or the processes that come into play to get to the point of, yes, beginning, have an issue that comes up behind, okay? So, for example, for wherever you are, COVID's not an issue right now, and then all of a sudden it is, or new policy comes into play around it or something else like that that creates a delay of a few weeks. That's all I feel like I need to sit on is a few weeks, okay? What that looks like thereafter, it does feel like it's a significant, not a significant delay, but a potentially significant problem that causes the delay, okay? Things are changing around it, and I feel like there's also a monetary component involved in this as well. It's almost, there's a hiccup that comes along the way. So I'm still feeling the flow there. I'm all good with that, but I can definitely feel frustration and having to have a bit of patience. So we're talking about August. I get October. Okay, so I'll leave that there with you, and I hope that helps.
Okay, beautiful. Next we have, hi Sharon. Welcome.
Sharon, shake it up a little bit. I know that, again, so here we go again, COVID. But what I mean in that is just that I can, we've all got a few little, things that aren't making life as perhaps bright and colourful as what it could be. And I want to find, that's exactly where I sort of wanted to challenge you with. I feel like you've got, it's like you draw a straight line, what are you supposed to draw? Now, what would you like to draw? You know what I mean? And there's all this like laughter and creativity, and you can see a big smile on my face when I sit with the line that you want to draw. And I want to challenge you to kind of look at that and to, get the crayons out and do that. And for me, what that looks like is, I've always wanted to try line dancing. I've always wanted to go to bingo. I've always wanted to bungee jump. Whatever it is, how silly it is. I've always wanted to colour in. I've always wanted to do this. But we've all got a little bit of a list of things that I would like to try one day. And I challenge you to sit down with pen and paper and write that list and start ticking them off. And, they don't have to be as big and creative as bungee jumping. And I'll tell you now, I'm never ever bungee jumping. I did 14,000 foot out of a plane, though. That was interesting because I've been working with trucks. But, I don't regret doing it. But it's those kind of little bits and pieces like, I would like to do this. And they could be worth $2. It's not about like big expensive things or all of that sort of stuff that's there. But I feel like that's just that little piece that's missing, is that, again, we're doing for everyone else. And along the way and along the time, we kind of forget to do for us. And we hit this point where we're like, I don't know how to do that anymore. And that's a beautiful place to start. Write a beautiful, simple list, and when you feel awkward and uncomfortable doing it for the first time, you still just do it. It's like me walking into the gym is just recently. I've always kind of connected in with someone and, not had to feel awkward on my own, and gym buddy kind of ditched me. And so it's been like awkward, but you've just got to kind of take a breath and push forward with it. And I do, and I will, and you will too. And so I'll leave that with you, and I hope that helps.
Okay, next we have beautiful Muriel.
Muriel, can I have a general reading, please? How many times have you heard that? What's the saying? Oh, Muriel. It's nice, but because you know what, I feel like you've got that same really bright and sparky personality that's there around with you. And I want to say, don't ever forget just to keep sharing that. I feel like you've got a really nice way with words. What I hear in my head is that when others feel bad, you can make them feel good, and that's nice. Don't ever stop shining bright like that. All right, let me pull you some cards. Nice, okay. When I pull your cards, you got the change of luck, the self card, be positive. So what this talks about for me, energy shifting for the better around you, okay? And it's nice. I feel like you're getting what you deserve is the sentence that runs through my head. And in that is what I feel is that you do so much for others, and that you've got this compassion, this joy. You're always filling up the glass for people, and it's nice. What I literally, you've got a very intuitive energy because they're very strong with the messages and the visuals with me when I talk with you. And literally, I've got someone walking up right now. I've picked my bottle up with the lid so I don't tip everywhere. They've got the glass and they're filling it up for you. That's exactly what I see in my head. You've got the self-care card, which talks about truth and honour and awareness. And so, you know what, just taking a little bit of responsibility with that, and perhaps not you're writing it off so easy. You know, oh, it's all right, I'll do that for me tomorrow. It's all right, I'll catch up on sleep tomorrow. Or, it's all right, I'll start on that book tomorrow. Yeah, let's make it today. You know, you deserve that time, and it's good for you to instill that that's a priority. All right, and then you got the Be Positive card, which just talks about the fact that your attitude is a choice. And with that card, actually, I feel like you're having a little bit of a challenge with the female energy that's around you at work. I want to say it'll pass pretty quickly. Care Bear them, okay? That's what I've always said. Like, this is our solar plexus area, and if you're old enough to remember, and if not, you know, look up Care Bears. But the Care Bears, they've got like a sort of picture on their belly, and they send out their love. They go, you know, and that's what I always say to people, Care Bear 'em. That's where the sayings, think about it like kill them with kindness and all of that sort of stuff. If you throw positiveness at someone, if you throw love at someone that you've got challenges with, that's exactly what it does, and it throws all the energy out of kilter, because they're expecting, you know, frustration, like that, but it's not. It's like frustration is like rock, paper, scissors, you know, they're the rock, here comes the love, haha, guess what, I trump, and love will always win. And so just kind of keep that in mind as you face challenges, and everyone keep that in mind. If you've got someone that's like going with their personality, alright, so I hope that helps, and thank you for joining me, and yeah.
Okay, next we have Helena, sorry.
And I can't get to see him due to COVID. I feel like I get the message that resources have been delayed, but that they will come in. Okay, so if this person has been waiting for some attention, as far as, you know, medical assistance support and all of those kind of little bits and pieces that are there, it will come in. Especially if there is a financial side of things that are attached to this. Okay, I feel like there's been some trivialities behind it, but they show me everything will settle in and around. I feel like obviously there's some distance, and when I say obviously, like COVID, you can't see because so I know there's distance, but I want to say it's not hours, but yeah, I feel like there's just a couple of hours that sort of sit there between, and that there's people around checking in. I can feel this person communicating with other people on a daily basis for whatever that looks like. And that they're okay. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So I just want to say that to you, and I want to say that I can feel the physical contact that comes in between you guys. Yes, obviously there's a little bit of time that's there, but I can see it that's there. And God bless you for worrying so much. I can definitely feel that some of that angst and that anxiety is coming just because you've obviously, you know, got a big heart and a lot of love and care towards this person. So I say it with such a beautiful gentleness of just ease your worried mind. This person is all right. Just keep in contact as well. You know, I get the loneliness and the isolation, and sometimes, you know what, a friendly voice and, you know, a simple giggle and things like that is everything that keeps everything going in times like this. All right, so I hope that helps, and thank you very much for joining us.
Beautiful. Another YouTube follower. Thanks for subscribing.
Portugal. Can I have a reading? I'm feeling too sad and lonely. I feel like you're a really strong empath, Andre, and I want to say to you, spending time in nature and connecting with the bushes and things like that is healing for you. I keep seeing animals around you. The second that I focused on you, I kept seeing animals walking up to you, and for some reason I kept seeing a deer walk up to you. I'll leave that there with you. I'm seeing dogs and stuff as well, but I'm definitely seeing a deer walking up to you. You know what? It's interesting. You feel things really deeply, and for me, the visuals that are in my head, they talk about a real spiritual connection. And you know what? The second I said that, my ears piercing now. You really need to tap in with yourself. I want to say some meditation and stuff like that. Not necessarily just around the sadness and the loneliness that you're feeling, but because you're very freaking intuitive, and you should tap into that. And I say that because the sadness and loneliness that you are feeling, generally consequences of that. There's a big responsibility around being so intuitive, and I don't think that necessarily everyone understands that. When you dive into it to the depths that we do, it's a responsibility, and it's a privilege, absolutely. But the sadness, the loneliness, it's a phase that's sitting there. Your vibe is not matching your tribe yet, okay? And And once you lift your vibe to match your tribe, you wait and see. Like even this beautiful, gorgeous woman that I'm sitting here with tonight, you know, when I sat in my vibe, she come in as my tribe, and that's exactly the same thing that'll happen with you. And so I want you just to acknowledge those deeper parts of yourself, and you'll find the alignment around you will shift, and that those that are meant to be there will actually start stepping in. Okay, with that you will need to let go, so don't be afraid to clear space. All right, so I hope that helps. Thank you very much.
Okay, next we have welcome.
Stefan, is this our, we'd be coming up to our last readings now, would we?
Oh yes. Sure, so we'll do one more after this, then we'll wind up, yeah?
Beautiful. Alright, Stefan. Hi, lovely ladies. I'd love a message from Spirit, if please, if possible. Thank you. You know, Stefan, when I connect in with you, I actually want to connect in with a friend. I get a male energy around you, but I feel like there was a strong connection with this male to a female in life, okay? Darker hair, kept in a styled way, so like it wasn't incredibly short. The hair was there. I don't want to say this person cared about their presentation, but I don't want to say they were a snob, or you know what I mean, but they're definitely, you know, dressed nicely, and their smell as well. I feel like the aftershave is quite distinct with them as well. There was again, overwhelming, overpowering, but quite a strong smell that was with them. Dare I say sexy? And I want to say as well that this person struggled around with themselves, you know, ups and downs, as we all do, but I feel like you were on quite a length of time of journey with this person, okay? And when they connect in with you, they want to say thank you for that, thank you for the time spent. I feel like this person had quite a quick passing around them, and that there was perhaps not a lot of closure in this relationship, and so I just want to leave that there with you. But what they're saying as well is that things need to be let go of so that things can grow on this side here. And it's almost like the things that I'm holding on to here are restraining me, like even from my growth, and for some reason I want to keep tapping on with money around this. If you've got someone around you right now that's been a really significant money drain, you need to pay attention to that. It's not going to change, and you're not, this person had quite a straightforward way of talking. They're saying you're not being generous, you're just ripping yourself off. Okay, so just pay attention to that side of things that's there around with you. And I just want to say though that this is like once we release with that, it's there. Yeah, it keeps putting like a box around you. So I just want to say just that with you, okay? Don't be afraid to kind of, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck, and it's time to kind of really see that and put the duck back in the duck pond. Like, move that thing over. Okay. So I'll leave that there with you, and I hope that helps.
Okay, so our final reading for this evening, guys, and don't forget to do that next Tuesday and Thursday around 8:30 with another two cycles. So our final reading will be for Bingo. Let's see what we've got.
Gwen. You know what, Gwen? I've got to say to you, and I wonder if your name is linked to it. I'm not overly whatever else, but the second that I read your name, I get taken straight back to Wales, and I get taken back to like I'm half Welsh, so yeah, that's why I go back. But Gwen, that's as soon as I see it, yeah. What was the question? I was too focused on the name. Can I bring the question back up?
When I think it was just a
general reading? Yeah, beautiful. Excellent. Sorry, I was so focused on the name. Oh yeah, how will the structure at work affect me? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I want to say to you that it'll be a choice. We can get on and sit with it. Things are not the same. It's not the same culture. It's not the same free flow. It's not the same, I've got to say, happiness. But I don't necessarily want to change the word out for happiness for unhappiness, okay? It's just, it's more static. I feel like I've gone from like having a flower on the wall to looking at brown, if that makes sense, okay? But we can still do our job. We can still move forward. The connections and the friendships you've got in the workplace aren't going to shift, but the tightness of the job is. Okay, and so I can see that you can continue to do this job, as I said. So if you're satisfied with everything else around you, and you know, getting to spend that time with your friends there and the connections that you have there is absolutely more than enough, then for sure, absolutely let it be. but your quality of the job, I do feel, is going to change. And so kind of just have a look and see what that looks like for you. See where the balance lays in between. I do see you'll have an opportunity to move on, but I do feel like it'll take you roughly 3 months to do if you should choose to. So just be mindful about cutting your nose to spite your face. I feel like there's almost a pressure that comes in and around this because I'm feeling cranky as well. I feel like I haven't necessarily been communicated to around these changes. They've just been put on me as opposed to, having a choice, having a say. But within that, you have a choice and a say around how you accept it all, okay? And so, yes, I can keep you settled, but as I said, what you're kind of figuring is going to happen is, other than that, if you do take a choice to move on, you're looking at around the 3 month, and they keep saying to me when I say that, don't cut your nose to spite your face within that but, okay? So I hope that helps, and thank you guys very much for joining me this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to read for you all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us again, Elizabeth. And we look forward to seeing you guys all around next week. Bye everyone. Have a great program.